I got there in a hurricane that had just hit Tampico. And it was actually just hit when our flight was supposed to come in, so they delayed our flight till a couple days later, so we ended up staying in Houston waiting. But once we finally got there, we got there in the afternoon. They basically collected us from the airport in our bags in a big van, and they drove us over to an institute building where we had like a devotional, and we had a first meeting with the president, and a bunch of learning opportunities where the president and his wife just started talking to us, and they basically explained a few basic rules, what it's like in Tampico, weather, and just all sorts of stuff, climate, culture. And then after that, we ended up going to the mission home, where we ended up eating, and we were assigned our trainers. And so I was assigned an Ecuadorian named Elder Nieto, and he was my trainer. And it's really funny because I swear the president just wanted to pair the smallest elders with the tallest elders, and so like the tallest elder was with the even smaller than my companion. I'm kind of tall, so they put me with another small companion. So you have an interview with the president before he assigns your trainer. So he basically, or generally, that's how it was at my mission. So he understands what kind of person you are and what's a little bit about you, so he can kind of match your personality and what you need. And so after I had my first interview, and before I was assigned my trainer, he actually had another second interview with me where he just said, "Elder Fawcett, are you more of an Eeyore or Winnie the Pooh kind of guy?" And I was just like, what the heck? How do I answer this? And so I was just like, well, I guess I'm a Winnie the Pooh kind of guy. And so, okay, good. I'm just going to send you to an area which was hit kind of bad by the hurricane, and you're probably going to be doing a lot of service and a lot of other things. I just want to make sure you're kind of an upbeat kind of guy, and everything's okay. You don't get depressed or anything. It's like, no, I'm good. And so he ended up sending me to this place, which is the furthest away from any point in our mission, and there was only 4 missionaries there. Later dropped down to 2, me and my companion, and you're stranded in the middle of nowhere, and you have to go 3 hours by bus to get to the closest missionaries. And so it was definitely a learning experience. I loved my first area. It's still one of my favorite areas, and I love my trainer. I was only with him for 1 transfer though, so I had technically a second trainer who was American, and I loved both of them. I loved my experience being trained, and I loved just being in Mexico because it was great. I loved it.